So we're here at the Bosch booth at the GSX 2021 show in Orlando. We're with Paul Garms, and we're going to talk about what's new with Bosch Video for the show. Paul?
Yeah, thanks, Steve. So right here we're standing in front of BVMS 11, and what we're displaying is the Intelligent Insights add-on to BVMS. We've got a few widgets on the screen, as you can see here, where we're counting passerbys going northbound and southbound on the hallway next to our booth. We've set up 2 line crossings, as you can see on the monitor there. And what Intelligent Insights allows you to do is take the analytics and the metadata we're generating in our cameras and make it visible to the operator. And there's various widgets. This happens to be a counting one. We're also displaying an occupancy detector on the inside of our booth as well. And you can see just a different example of the different types of widgets when they come up. So here it is, and you can see the tracking over time of how many people we've had at one point inside our booth.
So this monitor's more about BVMS, right?
It is, and really highlighting one of the new features we have in BVMS 11, which is our map-based tracking assistant. So we've got the convention center here on the map, and we've actually laid on top of that the floor plan of our GSX booth. And you can see we've brought in some of the cameras here, and what this allows the operator to do then is see the orientation of each camera, so you can see the visible cone for each, but more importantly, which cameras are close by and surrounding that camera, so they know where to go as they're tracking people throughout their facility or around the area. So you've got A, B, which are always up here, what are north of the camera position, and C, D, which are the 2 cameras closest to the south of the camera that you're looking at. And you can simply click on, so if you were tracking somebody and they were walking this way and they come over to the D camera, we could put that in focus. It reorients the image, and now there's no cameras north of it, so none up here, but we've got the 2 cameras south, both C and D, that then we could go to next to track the person around our booth.
So Paul, in this display, we're going to talk a little bit about the Bosch Cloud services.
Right, Steve. Here we're showing our remote portal. So this is the Bosch Cloud and a demo site that we have in Arkansas. And the nice thing about the remote portal is that you get an overview of all the cameras you have installed on that site, including health monitoring, that the camera is up and running, is it connected, do I have services activated for that camera, and you can actually go in and activate additional services such as alarm monitoring if you wanted to. And you can also see if they're due for firmware updates and handle that all from one screen, all consolidated into a single view.
Some of the key features related to this that I have had talked to customers about are the thing you just brought up about firmware, your ability to go out and do a lot of global updates instead of having to go on a one-by-one basis.
Right.
As well, there's some other things that are probably really good for some customers. A lot of the functionality that's shown on here comes at no cost to the customer.
Right. It's free to connect to the Bosch Cloud and the remote portal.
And a lot of the stuff that we see, the functions and features, come with that free connection.
Absolutely. The firmware updates and the connectivity and being able to activate services through the remote portal.
Okay.
We're showing a live view of one of our new Antiox cameras. So we've got a new 7100i Dinion bullet camera above me. You can see our cameraman out there even. And what's neat about the Antiox cameras, it's built on the Open Security and Safety Alliance platform, which is an open operating system that then you can load third-party apps to. And so on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see the Azenza App Store. And we've loaded one of the apps there that you can find for PPE equipment. So it's looking for hard hats and safety vests on folks. And so you can see as it sees people walking, it highlights them in red. They're missing a helmet, they're missing a vest. If we were to have somebody out there with a hat, our trusty assistant over here, you can see it'll pick him up with the hat on, and we'll get a green light. There he is, our guy with a safety helmet. So just one example of the type of apps that you can download onto an Antiox camera.
Great, and we do have several versions of the Antiox camera. We have a MIC series camera that is available, an Autodome series camera that's available, a FlexiDome series camera, as well as a bullet camera, right?
Yes, 4 types, 2 moving and 2 fixed.
Great.
Last monitor here, we're showing the next generation in video analytics. Based on deep neural networks now, we're able to detect objects and classify these objects. And in this video, I'll even play it here, we're detecting automobiles, and we can tell the difference between a car, a truck, a bus. And this is something that takes very little calibration out of the box. With the object classification, it can recognize cars, trucks, and buses, as well as people in a scene. So you can see even when cars are half occluded behind another car, it's still smart enough to be able to detect those vehicles.
So this is built on the standard technology that's internal to all Bosch cameras. And this is just, again, some of the predecessor, or some of the other predecessor technologies that were out there. This is some of the carry-on to that, where a lot of that is getting a lot smarter in terms of what it can do for a customer in the field. You know, in this application, talking about traffic technologies, but there's a lot of other things that we can do with that technology.
Absolutely. This is the next generation of video analytics.
Great.
Right? We've come a long way. We had machine learning, and we're still showing that, but this is taking it even one step further, where you don't have to train the camera to recognize these objects. It comes out of the box and can recognize these in different scenes, and as you can see here, even at night and in wet conditions.
Paul, one of the most important things that Bosch has to offer, and of course always at the booth, which I always look forward to, is the camera technology. There's a lot of new and exciting things Bosch has to offer this year.
Absolutely, Stephen. We've got quite a lineup of new cameras this year. Let me start off with the 8000i X series. We've got both the outdoor environmental version as well as the new indoor model that we're showing here. We've got the full Antiox range of cameras, so that includes 2 fixed models, a bullet and a flexi dome, as well as 2 moving, a MIC and an autodome for Antiox. So these are the cameras that you can add third-party apps to. We're also showing our multi-imager lineup, both with and without IR, and a 5100i panoramic camera that's prepared for audio analytics. So there's 3 MEMS microphones embedded in the camera for things like gunshot detection, aggressive sounds, glass break, that sort of thing. And then finally, we've got a new autodome that'll come out next year. We're kind of giving a sneak preview of it, our Gen 6 autodome, 7100i autodome.
Can't wait to see the video off of that camera. Really looking forward to it. It's always tough to see the video quality of cameras here at a trade show. We've done a ton of experimentation, capturing video in kind of more of a live environment. We'll have that video available at the Bosch Technology Forum in Alexandria in a couple of weeks in October. Customers are able to come and see this and a lot of the other stuff that we have to show at that event.
Absolutely. If you missed it here, weren't able to attend GSX, we'll be bringing this to Alexandria, so close to them.
Great.
Absolutely.
Thank you.